What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're in La Grande, Oregon for the second time today. So we made that drop on that trailer. I'll explain that in a second. They rushed us through because they were trying to shut down because they're closed all next week, so they wanted to go on their holiday vacation. We went to Pendleton, Oregon, which is about an hour west, and we picked up another unit, which is that. So the one I picked up, the outdoor RV, the tongue on those is much higher, so I had to lift my ball, and when I hooked up to the Coleman, I had to bring it back down, and I grabbed the wrong part of it. Neat. So, like I said, we got something interesting going Sunday. That should be a different video. So definitely something I haven't done yet. And again, Saturdays will be the walkthrough of that because the floor plan looks different. Monday we're delivering, and we're gonna see what the world holds us post Vegas. Kind of like that old Fallout game. Not really, but we will see what we have on the load board for after Vegas. That'll be, it's always a roll of the dice down there. It's kind of in that weird spot where you might get something out of California, you might get something out of Arizona, maybe New Mexico, maybe Utah, maybe not. Those are the states that don't really have a whole lot on the load board. I will say that we're still holding pretty solid on the board. There's a lot of stuff. I believe there was 69 loads this morning when I logged in and looked. So we're keeping solid, and they're not all out of right up here in Oregon. They're kind of all over the country, so that's good. Because I've had a bunch of you email me and, well, what's it look like here? What's it look like there? I can't ever give you a solid answer because everything changes. There's been times I've got on the board and there's nothing in Oregon. When I first started, there was always stuff coming out of Idaho. I haven't seen anything coming out of Idaho for a while. So it's kind of like it bounces around, and that's because they're different manufacturers. So, Arctic Fox is right there. Outdoor is a couple miles further down the road. And then you've got these main hub drops, which is what the Pendleton is. So they have a little bit of everything. The Cougars, the Colemans, there's two others that I can't think of off the top of my head right there, but those are the ones that that are getting brought in by the flatbed guys, the semi guys, and they're getting dropped. And then you've got, your Keystone's got their little yard, and it depends which dealerships are ordering which units will determine what the load board looks like, if that makes sense. So like right now, Meridian has ordered a ton of Meridian Camping World has ordered a ton of Coleman, which is why I've been doing a bunch of those lately. Not very often that you get a call for an Arctic Fox, just because it's a lot more expensive unit. So I've only done 3 or 4 of those. I've done one Salem, I've done one Evo. Those were both out of Dallas, Oregon. I've done a bunch of Keystones, usually fifth wheels, and those all come out of Indiana. Not all fifth wheels come out of Indiana. That's not what I'm saying. But the Keystone fifth wheels, I've never seen them come anywhere but from Indiana. Not Grand Design, Montana fifth wheels. For the only place I've pulled those out of is Indiana. And then you get, some dealership intertransfers. I've done a few of those from this dealership to that dealership, or I've done a few where they have sold an RV and it needs delivered to the person because person lived in, well, here I had one that I picked up from New Mexico, brand new unit, and I had to take it to Washington, I believe. Nope, that was a different one. So the one I picked up in New Mexico went to Nebraska because somebody bought it and they lived in Nebraska, but they wanted their dealership didn't have that unit, so they bought it through the dealership in New Mexico because that was the closest one that had it. And then I transported it from one dealership to the other so the guy could come pick it up. I've never done one where I had to deliver to someone's house. Well, one, but it wasn't a new unit. The guy was having some warranty work done, and I delivered that one directly to his house. So it's kind of up in the air. It's the best way I can answer you guys that are asking, what's it look like here? What's it look like there? It could look great today. Yesterday there was probably, or day before, one of the two, there was probably 30 or 40 units going out of Texas. Today, I think I saw 6. They'll have a big order come in and then everyone just grabs them up because those ones were paying really well. I almost deadheaded down to Texas just to get one. But I knew this one paid really well and I wanted to be close to home just because Christmas being so close, and this was a guarantee for me to get home. So in Sunday's video, you'll see what I was talking about planning out your trip. Because I've already I'll recap this whole week on Monday. No, not on Monday. Maybe on Monday. If not Monday, Thursday. Because, well, you'll just have to wait and see why. There's some stuff going on. Good stuff. Anyway, this video is getting kind of long. I hope that I have answered your questions as far as trying to explain why I can't ever give you a solid answer on the load board. I'm going to go wash my hands because that's gross. And, well, by gross, I mean I want dinner, and I don't want to eat dinner with... This is that Lucas fifth wheel lube. It's really sticky. So I'm going to end this video, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow as we walk through that Coleman. As always, those of you on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.